At St. Peter St. Joseph Children's Home, our mission is to provide for a safe refuge for our children that have been abused or neglected in our community.
It's a children's home for neglected and abused children that are taken out of their homes by CPS at all hours of the night and brought into our emergency shelter over here and given counseling and a lot of TLC as well.
So St. Peter's is becoming the second home to them, and that is the important thing. It's like, we treat the children as part of the bigger family, and we try to ensure that the parents, the family members, anyone who needs to be part of the child life is there to support the kids on that day.
So we take care of them, we provide them, of course, food, shelter, we get them toys, we provide therapy for them, anything they need. We're the ones who, take them to the doctor, enroll them in school, we do parent-teacher conferences, we do anything that these kiddos need to keep them, safe and loved while they're here with us.
We are a short-term shelter, so they come here for 30 to 90 days. We get their basic needs met, make sure that their medical and dental and their school, everything's caught up. And then hopefully CPS will be able to place them back with their family or find a nice foster home for them or a long-term placement. And then we'll send them off.
Really what it comes down to is that we're a safe haven for children.
That's what we want to do. We want to be that home that when the child leaves, that they say, I know what good feels like. I know what safe feels like. I know what love feels like.
It started from the Sisters Charity of Incarnate Word. So we always say right here, the sisters had it right.
The moment I set foot on campus, I just felt overwhelmingly happy.
The best thing about working at St. PJ's is knowing that you really are making a difference.
The amazing thing about St. PJ's is that it's not a building, it's not a beautiful chapel. It's a family together, providing for these kids who have gone through hell in their lives.
We are a safe refuge for that child. 14 days earlier, they could have been close to death, and we help them.
It's wonderful to see them running and playing, riding a bike, just enjoying themselves, being kids, enjoying their childhood. So that's a blessing in itself. Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
How can you not be happy when you see a little face just light up? For me, that's a good day.
The kids, they're just so different. Every single one of them has, their own personality. They all need different things, and I'm the person that gets to do that for them.
The most joy I get is from watching reunification of families, when families can come back together.
The dedication of these employees, of the direct care staff, of these case managers, of these therapists, and all of our employees here that really contribute and believe in the mission for the kids.
It makes me feel like I have accomplished something. That's a wonderful feeling.
What it's hardest to see is the impact that trauma's had on these kids.
There's children out there that need this kind of compassion, need this kind of love that they haven't experienced before.
As I've always said to our board, and as I think everyone agrees, we would love to see St. PJ's put out of business and other children's homes and children's shelters like us for there to be no need for us to exist.
We had a severe case of abuse and neglect here in our dorm. They were thin, they had been malnourished, they had been kept in a garage, and one escaped, and through the grace of God and of course through the relationship that we have through CPS, ended up in our home. And I saw these 3 children between the ages of 8 and 15 thrive within the time they were here.
Some of the older kiddos are obviously a little more aware of what's going on, in their case. Some of them are being removed for the first time, and they're at a crucial age, teenage years, and so it's difficult when they're fully aware and they come to us asking, some really tough questions like, am I going home? What's going on? Why can't I talk to my mom or dad? And we work with their caseworkers, with their attorney, their therapist on campus. So there's a whole treatment team that comes into play.
Sometimes they just kind of cocoon within themselves, and they get quiet and they get sad, and so you be there, you comfort them, you try to find some solutions to hopefully get their spirits up.
Our hope is that when they leave our home, that they know what a healthy touch is, that they know what a healthy relationship is, and that they know how to survive in an environment where they are vulnerable.
We can't do what we do without our donors.
These kids have a lot of needs, and we really rely on the community, our donors, anybody who's willing to come and volunteer.
We just definitely need, of course, help, because we are a nonprofit, but I mean, all of that, money is well spent on the children.
Come take a tour, and trust me, you will feel that pull and that want to be a part of this.
I will encourage people to come to St. PJ's and see St. PJ's and see what Gladys and the wonderful staff are doing every day to take care of their kiddos.
Get on the floor, play with them, play with the toy, color on the floor, get on your tummy and play little cards with them, or let them paint your face.
They can definitely come by PJ's and I can give them a tour because this place is awesome and we definitely need the help.
Any amount of donation helps. It all goes towards helping our kids heal so that when they do leave our care, they can have the best opportunity.
It's such a beautiful place, and we really need the support of our community to keep it going.
When you donate to an organization like St. PJ's, you really are making a difference.
St. PJ's is a very sacred space.
There is something beautiful and good here, and I'm so happy that I get to be a part of it.
A child will always bring life into perspective. A child should be able to be happy and joyful. He or she should not worry about, do I have food on the table? Do I have clothes to wear? Do I have a safe place to lay my head on? That should be a non-issue for a child. They should just be children.
I said, just remember that whatever you're going through, good or bad, God still loves you.
And again, I go back to the nuns had it right. The nuns had it right.
There's no greater cause than caring for neglected and abused children.
At the end of the day, I'm excited to get back to work, early the next morning.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place.
I love it.
I'm really happy to be at PJ's.
That's St. PJ's.